following is a production of Locked Up Sports.
Everybody, this is Don LaGreca from the Michael K. Show. When it comes to talking sports, Bob Walters and Brett Grasso are the authority.
Can't wait.
When it comes to talking sports, they're the authority. It's Bob Walters and Brett Grasso. It's Locked Up Sports, and it starts now.
Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out, yeah. Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out.
Here we go. Bob Walters, Brett Grasso, from the Brian Gunzel Studios. This is Locked Up Sports. Prime time takes over college football and shocks TCU on the road. 5 days from the NFL kickoff, Lions and Chiefs. The baseball season is a bust around here, but there's infusion of young talent has piqued interest in this past week, and we give you our predictions for the Jets and Giants coming up this right here on Locked Up Sports. Brett, we're back. We're back in the studio.
It's been rough. You know what? It is nice to have it all like right here, getting it done. I think last time back in the Hustler interview or something crazy.
I think that was the last time.
We did it remotely 2 weeks ago. But no, it is really it's nice to have. We don't even have everything set up in the studio, but we're like 3/4 set up.
It's good to be
Stella's
back.
hanging tight actually down there. She's doing good, so it's nice.
Give us an update on Dad.
Pops is doing great, hanging tight. He's actually doing, oh my, let me tell you, so much better, and I can't even tell you. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. I can't even tell you how much we appreciate it. He appreciates it. My family appreciates it. Just going to keep going. Every day is getting stronger. Just going to keep going. That's what we do. It's like training camp around here. 2-a-days. We're getting ready for the football season next week. We're going to be doing like the Sunday football with the dinner and the pasta that's coming.
The last time I was here, the Mets were like starting to fade, but the bottom fell out.
Yeah.
Like to the point where we can't even really talk about the Mets. We're going to talk about the Mets and Yankees, just about the future coming up in a little bit. But today is prime time. College football, and Deion Sanders primetime. Coach Prime took over the whole thing. Brett, did you see the game?
It was great. No, it worked out like out of nowhere. I turned on the TV. I haven't had a lot of downtime recently. Everything kind of calmed down. I got a little downtime. Turned on the TV, and boom, Colorado's playing. It's a good game, and like it all clicked. I was like, Deion. The whole thing. What happened? I texted you right after, and I was like, I don't know why. I'm like, there's an awesome game going on, and Bob, tell him.
38 for 47, 510 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. You're looking at the highlights right here. I mean, it's unbelievable the way he played. This team was 1-11 last year.
Sick.
They just beat TCU, who went to the national championship game. There was ifs and questions about whether they belonged in the national championship game. They got blown out when they were there. But either way, they went to the national championship game, and Colorado and Deion Sanders come in there into TCU and win this game. I mean, it was just, it's unbelievable.
That offense was just clicking. I mean, his son, Shedeur Sanders, unbelievable performance. Then they have a two-way player in Travis Hunter. Unbelievable.
He played 110 plays. All I saw all day was that he is the Shohei Ohtani of college football.
I am so glad I stumbled onto that today. It was so random. It was not me being like, oh, I'm looking for it. I had no clue what was going on. It was, and let me tell you, that was like one of the most fun games I've watched. I haven't really I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I'll watch, but like watching the Notre Dame game today with the blowout playing, it was awful.
All the games this week. I mean, it was 73-0 Oklahoma, and I told you it was going to be like that. It was a terrible game.
But let me tell you, this was fun to watch. And let me tell you, I think I don't know what their record's going to be at the end of the year, because who knows if they can keep up as a team. Their defense didn't look that great the whole game. Who knows how good TC really was. But
TCU was the defense looked real bad.
They were ranked 17. Let me tell you, they were 20-point underdogs.
Yeah, but just the fact that they were in the national championship game last year.
They were playing in TCU.
Yeah, but just the fact that TCU was in the national championship game last year and they're ranked 17th tells you that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But still, Colorado hasn't been good since Cordell Stewart.
Deion won the same number of games as they won last year so far.
And Deion, how did Deion's school do that he was with last year? They lost today, right? In overtime, you said?
Oh, no. I was talking about last year when he went to the championship game.
They lost the championship. Okay.
So we don't know how to... Listen, he took a team to the championship last year. Like, he got... You know how much heat he caught when he came over, he goes, first thing he said was, I'm bringing in my son through the portal. He's going to be our leader.
Which looks shady because he
Right.
obviously had no
He goes-
D1.
He's like, I don't care what anybody thinks. If you want to leave and if you're not signed up for what I'm doing here, he goes, get out.
and half the
He
team
kicked
left.
him out. He got, you know how much heat he got for that? And let me tell you, to go in, I thought just putting up a fight today was like enough, and for him to go in and win that game
Well, they're
today.
three touchdown underdog.
You see him, he was like almost in tears after.
Well, he's almost in tears after everything.
I know.
You know,
but,
he's thanking God. It's God this. It's Jesus that.
it is,
That's fine,
it
whatever.
is.
But he was almost in tears after everything. And he's got 2 kids on the team. He's got a
Another one who's a safety.
guy who plays in the secondary. He's got the 2-way player. He's got his
that
son, the
kid
quarterback.
Hunter, that kid Hunter's good. Like that's going to be talking about him no matter what happens.
And what? Well, now
Heisman talk.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like his son and this Hunter kid all of a sudden
Combo.
out of nowhere now Heisman.
Well, you can't,
Week 1, I guess,
Week one. But listen, you did everything you needed to do to get your name. No, your name's on the map. You got to keep it there.
How can you not like Colorado?
You're there. You just got to keep it there now.
How can you not be a Colorado fan?
I'm in.
I
I am in.
I'm all in.
I was in right away. I was in the first quarter. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Like very few sporting events had me like so engaged as this one today. Like I was really into it. That's why we're talking about it now, because like somehow out of nowhere I was texting you like we gotta like watch this game. Like it's so good.
It was
and
good.
it turned out
was
to be good.
It was good because it was back and forth. Nobody could stop anybody. There was no
Oh,
defense. And then until the last drive when
But let me
TCU
tell
got
you,
stopped.
he was throwing passes on a dime. Like he was really throwing some good deep balls down the sideline, and some of them they actually got dropped. He should have had even another 100 yards.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
telling you.
510 yards. Like I said, Colorado. Think of the Cordell Stewart, right? He's the last real star quarterback there, and he was big there. I remember Cordell Stewart was in the video game that we used to play, the Bill Walsh.
The best.
This kid
football.
play, and what made it even better, and what makes everything better, this makes everything better, is Gus Johnson on the call.
Yeah.
Because he's out of control. Gus Johnson's out of control when it comes to. He's great. He makes everything exciting. He can make that 73-0 game in Oklahoma exciting. So the rest
They knew what they were doing, putting on the game on Fox. Like they I didn't realize like.
Oh yeah, well you have to put primetime on. He's gonna get it.
Yeah, it was that.
But still, nobody believed in him. Like you said, everybody was criticizing him all summer and all through.
And who knows how it ends up? But today he got his day.
Oh, it was great.
It doesn't matter. You can't. No matter what happens from this point on, you can't take away today.
And I'll tell you what, he looks like he hasn't aged a day. He looks like he could play the next Sunday.
He's in rough shape. They're cut. He had a couple toes cut off already.
But he's
in rough shape though.
He's got the chains.
No, he's
got
good.
the glasses.
He does
the
look good.
shades.
No, I'm glad he actually is doing better. He had some rough health stuff.
Did he
last
really?
year. No, he's like diabetic, and they actually they amputated a few toes, and he actually was. They're talking about the foot.
Oh really?
No joke. You'll see him limping on the sideline.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
So the rest of college football, I know we're in a group chat, and 2 of our friends, McGordy, Biggins, they're all giddy about Notre Dame. And stop.
I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I'm not saying a word until they.
They're talking about were we like this when BK was coaching? Would we remember the last time we were benching sitting players in the third quarter? Come on, who'd you play today?
Who was it? Tennessee
State, Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, something.
Okay. The rest of college football was
I really only watched a little
today.
bit of the game. I wasn't. Yeah.
Now there's a game tonight, right? There's the LSU, Florida State, and we have on right here. We have Iowa. Was it Iowa?
No,
West Virginia, Penn State.
Yeah,
that's a decent game. So there is a couple okay games. The rest of them, like you don't need Oklahoma.
What was it?
73-0.
73-0. The coaches on the sideline in the fourth quarter crying. The players hugging them, and the guy's just like he's just dejected.
But what did he think was going to happen? Like, what did he think?
It's not up to him. Is the athletic director was like, cha-ching.
Yeah. Well, he knows.
And he was like, here we go. And you got to, but he thought we're going to score a touchdown versus these guys. We're going to look back and go, remember when we scored that touchdown? Now you can't even look back.
Yeah, but the 73-7 is 73-7 any better?
No,
it's not. It's not any
73
better. 73 anything is not better.
And who are you as a coach after the 60th point to even run anything but just draws?
Yeah. Well, Oklahoma.
After 60, you should only be allowed to do draws.
And I mean, Oklahoma, and to go to that game, I can't with the college football. And it's just, I want to like college football. I really do. And I think I'm going to get into Colorado this year. But there's so many things to dislike about college football. One is that this week and last week, these games where it's all over the place. You look at it, it's Michigan blowout, 38-3, 58-10 scores. Those are unwatchable. Who wants to spend a nice Saturday, one of the last nice Saturdays we have, watching 73-0 Oklahoma?
Now it's all a setup, because it used to be where you had to be perfect, so it was hard to like whatever. Now you can actually have a little room for error. So like it's all a setup of we can pencil in a couple possible like close games, but not many more than that. Like they'll do the conference games they have to schedule. Like there's certain ones, but other than that, they're not going to have someone come in and have a chance to knock them, out of the national title chances.
No, I mean, listen, it's just,
really pathetic.
It's just one more thing on top of the thing. The transfer portal's out of control. The paying the players, which I'm for paying the players, but it's just gone to a ridiculous level. It's totally unregulated. So it's just the Wild West. Yeah, people just switch into. You know what it is? Every single college player every year is a free agent.
Yeah, no, it is.
And, come on,
they're in trouble. Like, let me tell you, the college.
Plus now you got these teams jetting out of the Pac-12. So that conference is going to crumble now next year. There's going to be 3 conferences. Notre Dame still won't join a conference. They never will, because NBC's still dumping them a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, no, that's all that matters. They learned that long before everybody else. It was all TV money.
Yeah, but does Notre Dame really need the money? Like Notre Dame, I have no idea how much it is. It's got to be expensive.
If you ever ask somebody with money that, yeah,
I guess you're right.
Yep, that's how you. Don't you know who doesn't make money? The people who say, "Nah, I don't need it anymore." Then it's over eventually. I'm telling you, this is a business. There's nothing else to it. They don't even care about now. They learned a long time ago they're never going to win a national championship ever again.
Well, they were in it. What?
No,
was
but I'm talking like
ago?
No, yeah, but there was like a point where it was like they never really they're having a hard time competing versus some of these other schools.
Yeah.
But they learned real quick they still make the same money, and they were just okay with it. Like they should have joined the conference at that point, and now they're just like, you know what, we're just chasing the money.
They should have joined they're in conference basketball. They're in the ACC, right?
Yeah, because it's to their benefit.
They used to be in the Big East.
It's to their benefit. Like that's all listen, if it was to their benefit, they'd be in another conference. They'd have to split a piece of the pie. That right now it's all theirs.
And is Notre Dame still the draw?
It is. People just, let me tell you, there's not much to watch on a Saturday, and if Notre Dame's on, people just leave the TV on Notre Dame. Like, as sick as it is, like, that really is. We talk about college football, like, from the Northeast perspective, and it's not the same. Like, across this country, it's just all about college football on Saturday. It is not quite like that for where we are.
It is. And Brett, tell them who our guest is going to be in a couple weeks.
Oh, who? Marty Smith?
Marty Smith, college football.
Wow.
Big time guest. He's coming on. He wrote a new book. He's coming on the 22nd, I believe.
You'll have College Game Day, like all the in-depth stuff in College Game Day, all the cool stuff behind the scenes when you see him on the campuses. Marty Smith, NASCAR guy. Really awesome. I just honestly,
he got in touch with me. So he wanted to be on the show.
This is honestly so like one of the coolest guests. Not sure if I'm going to be there for the interview, but I'll phone in. I don't even care and be like, I'm going to be at work in the jail phoning in like with a commissary call. Hi, Securus. Here comes. This is my co-host.
I perfected these interviews, Brett. I basically become Barbara Walters.
No, I know.
At these interviews. I mean,
I know. Actual relative of Bob, just so we know.
And Barbara.
He told us that since we were little kids.
Now baseball. Now, real quick, baseball. We get it. It's over. We're not going to spend a lot of time on baseball. But
no, they're bringing up the kids.
They're bringing up the kids. There's something to talk about here. Yeah. We got a couple things with the Mets. We're going to get to the Yankees in a second because the bottom fell out of there. One. Now, the Mets fired a bunch from the front office. Now they're going after the guy from the Brewers, right? They're going to get him.
That's what's going to do it. No, obviously. I heard he's like going to bat cleanup.
Now here's my theory. Buck gets next year. Craig Counsell is the manager now of the Brewers. He wants to say this is the end of his career. His contract. He says now he wants to take a break. His kids are in college, right? My theory is they let Buck finish out his contract next year. They're not going to be great next year. They might contend. They're going to be a lot like the Arizona Diamondbacks are this year, a year away. But the Diamondbacks might find themselves in the playoffs in a couple weeks.
No, anybody can make the playoffs.
And then I think Craig Counsell comes in because he's his guy.
Okay.
Is that not? I mean,
unless Buck proves himself.
Well, Buck has nothing to prove to nobody. Buck
If Buck goes and takes him to the playoffs and he does something impressive, they're not getting rid of Buck. That's the only problem with not getting rid of him this year. If you really want Buck out, like really, if that's your goal, like this is the year to say, sorry, Buck, it didn't work out. We're going to start over from the beginning. We don't want to switch. Otherwise, it's keep Buck, and if Buck performs next year, like, which I'm all for. Honestly, I'm not against Buck being around. But at the end of that rainbow, if Buck takes him to the playoff and they go to the NLCS and even go to the world, like Buck's staying around.
You think
if he wants to? Do you think they're getting rid of him? And if Buck takes him to the NLCS next year or the World Series next year?
No. If he takes him to the NLCS, no. But they're not going to the NLCS. They don't have any pitching.
Well, we don't know what the team is next year, so I'm not gonna listen. Right now, baseball is different. Baseball from 5 years ago or 10 years ago was this many teams make it. Right now, we're about to be in a thing where the Mets are going to be making the playoffs most years, regardless of what they do. Right now, the Mets and Yankees, they're not going to be in the playoffs this year. They are going to be in the playoffs at least each team 5 of the next 10 years.
Now, Ronnie Mauricio, shortstop, right? Shortstop coming up.
Yeah, we need it. That's what we need is a shortstop.
Made his debut, and listen, here's what he did. I mean, you're looking at it right here. He hit it 117 miles an hour, a ringing double, line drive on a rope over the outfield.
They're saying it's the third hardest hit in Mets history.
It's the hardest hit ball this year
since the Statcast era. The third hardest hit ball for the Mets since the Statcast era started.
I didn't even realize it was that hard of a hit. He got a leadoff double. He also got another hit. He's the first Mets since Steven Matz 2015 to get multiple hits in his major league debut. Listen,
it's a good story. You know what I mean?
It doesn't mean much. The Mets
doesn't mean anything.
The Mets are good at first. The Mets win opening day. Remember a guy named Lastings Millage?
Oh man, that high fives down the sideline. They got lit up in the clubhouse for that.
Big day opening day.
They love that.
Ray Ordonez throw from his knees opening day. The Mets are good at beginnings. They just finishing stuff.
Ray performed. Give Ray a little.
I thought Ray Ordonez was one of the better defensive shortstops I've seen in a long, long time. Now, what do you think about Mauricio with Acuna Jr.? Is this going to be a trading chip? Because I think Acuna Jr., if he's anything like his brother.
They say he's not. They say it's not like that. They say his top is not there. Like his ceiling is in near his brother's. They say he's good.
Well, his brother had the first in Major League history 30 home runs, 60 stolen base.
Yeah, no, he's another level. Like that's you can't expect that. But listen, it's very hard to get to that.
Okay.
But I don't know how this team's going to fit. I honestly, we can talk about it all you want. We got we got like 3 shortstops. We have a second baseman that we signed up in McNeil, who's not really a second baseman.
Yeah,
that's where one of these guys is going.
Yeah,
so one of these guys is going over there. Then we have Beatty, who's our third baseman of the David Wright of the future, who can't hit.
No,
he's not playing good at third base.
No, he's
a disappointment. Right now, I don't know what he'll actually be next year. We have Alonso, who is somewhere between being traded and staying forever, but unhappily.
Well, yeah.
So I honestly don't know what this team is. And then you look at the outfield, and we have this perfect smiley guy, Nimmo, who isn't going to smile forever. I'll tell you that much. There's a point where we're going to spoil someone like him, where he's going to get pissed off.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think? Listen, what's your deal? What's your deal with Alonso? Do you want to trade him?
No. No. You're never going to find a first baseman right now for under the price we're about to pay Alonso that's going to do what Alonso does. Now, I think that. I always said that I think this is like a year where the Mets also believe this, that you should be getting a discount for hitting 215 and only 40 home runs and not hitting 50-something. Like, he's a 50 home run guy. We talked about this.
I think you're wrong. I don't think this is a discount year.
No, I'm not saying it's I'm just saying that he could have went to a stratosphere level this year. He could have hit. He could have hit. If this was a good Mets season, like this was supposed to be an unbelievable Mets season. This is what Alonso banked on.
Yep.
Great pitching, lots of hitting, lots of RBI opportunities, and all that stuff showing up, and it would have been Alonso with 50 home runs, 160 RBIs, batting 290, and it's not. He's 215, 40 home runs, and 100 and whatever RBIs he's going to end up.
I don't think he's 215. But he might
But
be.
it's somewhere in that range.
Okay.
218, 220.
But I'm going to tell you a stat, and it's going to blow.
But it's 5 years, 200. The Mets 5 years, 200.
Okay, it blew my mind. This stat, when I heard this stat, it blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. Out of all the major league players that have a number of qualified at bats for the awards and whatnot, how many do you think are hitting over 300? All major league players with the number of qualified at bats. How many players are hitting over 300?
It's not. I'm going to give you a dumbed down number because I know it's worse than it even is. But I want to say I want to knock it down to like 5 or 7. It's under 10.
It's 9.
It's under 10. I was going to say.
It's
it's
9.
under 10.
9 hitters hitting over 300.
It's under 10. Yeah,
that's outrageous.
It is outrageous.
That's outrageous. Now you got a couple hitting like 340, 350, and you got Freddie Freeman hitting 350. But still, 9 players? So 250, 240 is not terrible.
I just want it to be where we get Alonso locked up. See, that's the whole thing is I say it as it's going to be a discount year as I think the Mets have an even better chance of getting him because it didn't go into the stratosphere. I was more concerned with him all of a sudden going and having some amazing season in the middle of a Mets amazing season and going, okay, I want now the next mega money. That's what he was good. Now he's not getting mega money. He's just getting his value.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's getting his value this year.
Yeah,
and it's going to be 5 years, 200, or it's going to be come up for longer for a little bit less. But I'm telling you, I'm all for it.
But
and lock him up and give me the home runs and the RBIs.
Listen, I'm all for it because he would finally be a homegrown guy. We've never had a homegrown guy that spent his whole career here, right?
No.
David Wright's the only one, and he got cut short with the bat. He at the end, if we do sign Alonso, he's going to have all the records. He's going to be the best homegrown player ever.
Did you see a group of players went to Cohen or is walking in and saying that we want Alonso and to joining forces?
What, like the Rudy putting the jerseys down?
Yeah, they are. They're like, listen, no, I want.
Here's the deal. I could live with it either way, but you have to make your decision this winter. If you're going to trade him, it's got to be this winter. Because don't be like, we're going to keep him, and then you suck next year, and you trade him off for a rental for nothing at the trade deadline. Don't do that, because then it's a lost cause.
I think he loves New York, first of all.
He's a little weird. He's a little weird. He's quiet.
I think he loves New York. No, he's like, he wants to be superstar. And he knows that.
He is a superstar.
No. New York winning a World Series is superstar status. No, he's not there. You can go somewhere else and do it, and you'll go pretty close, depending on where you go. I'm not saying that. You can go to a lot of other places. Don't forget, Pete Alonso, he can go anywhere he wants, after that. You want Pete Alonso in a Yankee uniform?
No, they got. No, I don't. You know what? To be honest with you, I'm okay with them trading him. I'm okay with. I don't think Pete Alonso's like, oh my God, you can't trade Pete Alonso. Tom Seaver got traded.
No, you're right. No, you're 100% right. But I think that they did it more as see, Pete, nobody's untouchable for his contract, and they're like, here you go, Pete. They're like, listen, we're going to give you the 200. They're going to offer him big money. That's big money.
I don't think it's a big deal that they're far apart. Everybody's far apart, right? Until the 11th hour. It's an 11th hour thing. Contracts. Any contracts. With unions, with any kind of strike, it's always an 11th hour thing. So the fact that, they're so far apart, I think that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
No, it's somewhere between 30 and 40-something million.
Now the Yankees, figure out how many years. The Yankees also brought up some of the new baby bombers.
It will get done, and Alonso will be a Met.
Okay, there you go. The Yankees brought up theirs because now they've waved the white flag. They thought they were in it for longer than they were. They brought up their guy, Dominguez, home run, first at bat, first major league at bat. He hits
unreal.
Hits a home run off of Justin Verlander.
You're welcome.
Verlander's good. The Astros. There were a couple teams that the Mets made deals with, both Verlander and Scherzer. The Astros and the Rangers, who were right at the level of missing the playoffs, making the playoffs. Mets beat the Rangers the other night.
No, forget that. Nobody did worse in this trade deadline than the Angels.
No, the Angels. I've been saying it for the last 5 weeks. The Angels, it's amazing to me.
Unbelievable.
Here's what they did. They traded. They decided we're going for it. Right? They went for it. The trade deadline, they had 7 straight losses. So a week after they went for it, all in, they were out of it. Now, 2 days ago, they put them half of the guys on the waiver.
On waivers.
There's no way they keep Ohtani.
Ohtani's out with the arm. They should have got rid of him.
Trout's hurt. The whole thing's a complete disaster. They are the worst run franchise, and maybe in all of sports right now. But I was at the game the other day, last week. Angels and Mets, And you should have seen the red carpet the Mets rolled out for Ohtani. Okay, we give them standing ovations every time, right? It's Taiwan Day.
They know what to do.
They got the guys on top of the dugouts.
Smart.
I guess it's smart. It's kind of corny though. He's got to see through it. He's got to see through it.
No, you're dumb if you don't. No, you're here. Listen, it's a business.
Yeah, I guess. Listen, they had 35,000 there.
Back to this Yankees kid. Let me tell you. I think they said I hope this is a real stat that it's only like the 6th person in Yankees history to hit like a home run in their first at bat. How can that be right?
Oh, Yankees history. I thought you said Major League history when you said that. Oh, Yankees. Yeah, no, that seems reasonable.
Nah, there's a lot of debuts in that time, Bob.
There's a lot of debuts on every team, right? You'd think a lot of them would have it. I don't know many.
I feel like it's a thing, like where like a decent amount of guys hit home runs, like on their first. Like we see it pretty often.
No, I don't think you could name me 3 players who have ever done it. I don't know how often you see it.
I don't know. I feel like more and more these days, you see the home run on the first at bat. Like the parents are crying in the stands.
Yes.
4 times this year we've seen it. I will name the guys later. Promise you.
Now the Yankees they have leaked out that Cashman was going to be safe. But now they said last week that Cashman doesn't have the authority to fire Boone. To me, that says that if you read those tea leaves, Cashman is not safe. Because if he was safe, part of his job is hiring and firing managers, right? So if he doesn't have the authority to fire him, I think they're both gone. And I think they both should be gone.
You know what the truth is in this world? Nobody's safe ever.
No, you're right.
Nobody's ever safe. None of it. Like, you'll find out real quick, like, Cashman's safe and whatever, but there's a day where his good buddies, we always talked about this, they are good friends with the Steinbrenners. They are like, they like at Christmas, it's like it's them and the family. Not 100 people, like there's 6 of them. And it's like, that's different level that people don't get rid of people. Yeah, but there is a day where they're going to drop the hammer on them.
Well, because all their customers want them out.
No matter what, like we talked about with nobody's untradeable, it's happened or whatever, nobody's unfireable in this world.
And it's like, when you look at polls, it's like 85% want Cashman gone. And now Boone.
Same thing with Buck or with Boone or with Cashman or with or Epler. I can tell you one thing, the only thing I'm certain of, all of them won't be evolved at some point.
No.
Like, they aren't going to last forever.
No, absolutely not. And that's why when you look at announcers, they're more revered than any player most places because you have them forever.
And if you have the right one that really gives you that honest perspective, that it doesn't just go with the owner's side or like controlled as we've seen this year, based on other announcers being strong-armed and suspended.
Oh, that was a terrible thing.
Whereas you see like a guy like that, the players or the fans trust to give the honest perspective on it. Let me tell you, you're more revered than anybody.
Because you talk to them every day. They talk to you every day. We see them every day. We have a relationship with them every day. When
everybody else comes and goes.
Yeah, and when people go up there, and like I heard somebody famous. I don't know who it was. They said, when someone comes up to me in like dinner and they want to talk to me and they're talking to me and this and that, and I'm like, I'm at dinner. I have to realize that these people think they know me. Because we sit down every night for 4 or 5 months a year, and we hang out with Gary Cohen, right? And he's on the TV. He doesn't see us, but we see him. So
and your brains think the same way because you're both Mets fans, and you both see it. And it's like it's different because when you're really into it, not just like the casual fan, it's like you see like what you think like they think, and it's just it's a different.
So now, I mean, I haven't seen you or talked to you in a while. Have you been watching any of the preseason football? I can't watch it. I haven't watched a single play of preseason football.
I can tell you right. Yeah, what you don't think I watched every minute of the Aaron Rodgers starting versus the Giants? Every minute of it. I was I tuned in like it was Super Bowl 3. It was like Super Bowl 4. Yeah, it was. Did I want him to play?
Did you want him to play in the preseason?
I'm a firm believer in. You better make some connections first before you just hike that ball in a regular season game with all the fans and the noise. And it's a very different
thing.
Plays
coming in on the headsets.
I don't like that. I don't like let's figure it out in our first game and then you lose the first game by a touchdown because of one bad drive.
Yeah, I
don't like that.
Now,
and the line and all that stuff. And first of all, the Jets' offensive line looks like it's coming together a little bit, as opposed to having some guys back and Mekhi Becton and Dwayne Brown, like we got some good things happening for the Jets, and I'm very nervous.
Yeah, which we're gonna get.
I'm very nervous
because we saw what happened with the Mets. Now, last time I spoke to you, I had said that the Jets canceled the practice with, I think it was like Tampa Bay or something. The reason they canceled it was because Robert Saleh wasn't going to be at practice. I got that information from Tiki. And Tiki, it turns out, just made it up out of thin air.
Yeah, I mean,
because there were photos and videos of Robert Saleh at practice that day. What's up with that? What is Tiki doing?
Well, he just got that new show. He needs to come up with some breaking news.
Yeah, but you can't just make stuff up.
You can make stuff up. You can just do whatever you want. Just do whatever you want.
Well, we went with it, and it turns out
that's how it goes. Thanks for making us look bad, Tiki.
And yeah. Now listen, Tiki, not.
I like it because first of all, he hasn't been around much, so it's been Evan and the other guys and honestly, it's been pretty good. I'm not a big Evan and Tiki fan. I like Evan and everybody else.
Yeah, I see Evan. I did with Sal got himself in trouble with the Pete Alonso stuff.
Well, yeah. I think he's just trying to make that gets his name more known. That's you have to realize the controversy is good for someone like him.
Now, what did you?
He don't care. He's looking to probably make a leap.
Oh yeah,
he's looking to make a leap. No, he's trying to go from SNY to probably national network.
What do you think about the Max Scherzer tribute video?
Why would you tribute someone who didn't do anything?
He was there for 5 minutes.
Did they put up the losses?
No.
in the Atlanta game
it was
or in
basically
the playoff
like
game?
A quick highlight, 30 to 45 second highlight video.
Did they show a lot of first inning home runs?
Here's what I would have done. See, the thing that I'm saying is Steve Cohen, and I tried to talk to, I contacted a couple of people inside the Mets, and they would nobody would tell me who it was, who created it, or if Steve Cohen signed off on it. I can't believe he signed off on it, because what Met fan? There's not a Met fan in America that wanted it.
It's not like signing off on it. He just woke up one day, he was having coffee, and he was like, Max is coming to town. Just put something together for Max, and then it just goes, and that's his. It's not like it's not some detailed thing.
Yeah, but what? But why would you? There's no other reaction that you were going to get than the one that you got.
I'll tell you why.
You got booed at the stadium, and then you got made fun of all over the nation.
Because the Mets have egg on their face right now. Because the Mets right now realized the negative part of getting rid of Verlander and Scherzer. It's going to be very hard to recruit guys saying that we might just kick you to the freaking curb. That's really what it is. So right now they're going, okay, let's play nice with the guys who left, so it looks better on us. Because let me tell you, they will have a harder time. Last year, everybody wanted to come to the Mets. There's nobody who they didn't throw the money at that wants to come to the Mets.
They still want to come to the Mets. They got the most money.
It's not the same right now. No. Last year was, we know we're going to win a title in the next couple of years. This year is, we're going to work on it. And so let me tell you now, with the way that they treated him, even if we give you the money, you might end up playing for somebody else. Some guys might not mind that, but a lot of guys are looking to come here and get their new apartment in the city and live there for the next 8 years, and they want to stay there. They don't want to go, I just bought an apartment in the city, let me go leave and go somewhere else. It doesn't know. Their whole families come. They have school districts. I'm telling you, this is the way. These are grown-ups, a lot of these guys.
Yeah, but a lot of them are also, yes, Scherzer and Verlander, but they're not looking for 8 years in the city. They were looking for 2 years and win a title.
That's different, but these other free agents right now are finding out that if you come over on a 5-year deal, and doesn't mean you're going to be here for 5 years.
You're not untradeable. First of all, Scherzer waived his no-trade clause, then on the way out the door, ripped the clubhouse and said that he was told they're not going for it next year, which means they're not going after Ohtani, right?
Well, they're going after the other Japanese guy, and then they're actually, at that point, if they could go after both. I'm going to be honest with you, I would not put it past the Mets for going after both.
Oh, we'll see.
But they're talking about the other guys, incredible. The other guys, and Senga. First of all, can we talk about Senga and his performance last night? He's put himself into Cy Young contention. He's not going to win the Cy Young.
Yeah,
he should be. He can't win NL Rookie of the Year because we got Ellie, whatever, is probably going to win it. But he would be Rookie of the Year and in Cy Young contention.
And Quintana is also
he's been lights out.
They'll be all right next year. The Mets aren't going to be terrible.
It's not that I'm not even worried about. But it's more of their next goal is, and the reason they're keeping Epler is he does the Japan stuff, and he's done all that stuff more than anybody, and he is their connection right now. He's the one who got Senga. He's the one who wanted Senga from years ago. And he's the one who has the new guy who is supposedly 10 times better than Senga. 10 times better, but much, much better than Senga, they're saying.
And Senga is recruiting him.
And he's recruiting him. If they get him over, at that point, let me tell you, people they said they might want to come over.
So we're 5 days from Lions, Chiefs, Thursday night, okay? Is that game on NBC? I believe it is. Now, because here's the deal with right now in the city, Spectrum is having a fight with Disney. I'm not getting anything Disney. They've blacked it all out. ABC's blacked out on Spectrum. ESPN, all of the ESPN vehicles are blacked out on Spectrum. I can't even go on the ESPN Plus online.
Don't be my guest.
I can't watch the U.S. Open. I can't watch anything. It's terrible. So that's going on. Thursday night, I believe it's NBC because they always get the first game. So it's going to be Chiefs.
Is that how it works?
That's how it always works. It's always whoever gets the Sunday night game.
Okay.
That's how I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah, you're right because they don't even play the Thursday night games
because that's the big contract. That's the big contract.
A few weeks, right? They don't even do.
No. This is Thursday night. This is a Sunday night football gets it. It's gonna be Tirico or whoever does it.
I'm just gonna believe you now.
Now you got Chiefs. You got Lions.
Lions upset.
No.
Lions upset.
No,
it's not even an upset because it's just they should win the game.
No, to ruin the banner ceremony and everything. No,
put your money on it.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Then Sunday night, which I can't believe they gave the Giants the Sunday night and the Jets the Monday night because the first game
is it Jets Monday night?
Jets Monday night.
That sucks.
And the Giants, you can't tell me the last time the Jets played the Sunday night game.
Work.
Yeah, I got work.
What day is it?
Monday night.
Next month? Well, no. What day is that for?
Monday the 11th.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I.
Monday the 11th.
All I'm worried about now is if I'm going to be at work during this game.
Giants Sunday night. Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, first of all, how many years do the Giants have to open up with the Cowboys? Okay,
yeah, I don't like that. I want teams when they play their division rivals to be in tune with the season, like where you got a couple games. Like week 1 is up for grabs on any given day of who wins, or it's very hard to bet week 1. I want to see Giants Cowboys like week 3, like they got their groove, the offenses and defenses are going. And
yeah, I just don't want to see Giants opening night. Opening night happens a million times.
Yeah.
A million times. Now the Giants are home. The Jets are also home on Monday night. The Giants. I think both the Giants and the Jets, these are huge games. They're division games because eventually the Giants are going to have to start winning inside this division, okay? They're 0 for forever against the Eagles. They just got blown out. The Eagles are better than them. The Cowboys, the Giants, they never seem to beat the Cowboys. The Redskins, listen to me, still calling them the Redskins. The Redskins are
you did it again.
Not a bad team. Yeah, well, that time I did it on purpose. The Giants got to start winning inside this division. I don't think the Giants are going to be... I think Giants fans are way more optimistic than I am. I don't think they're going to be a bad team, but I don't think they're championship contender.
And I'm not, me, I'm not high on I'm not Jets. So I'm not that high on the Giants. I think that they overplayed last year, out of their shoes a little bit last year.
I agree. I think it's a rebuild.
And I'm not saying that they could... And... Their best option is the Cowboys and Eagles to not be as good as they might be.
So the Giants,
do you know what I mean? Like if the Cowboys and Eagles are that good,
the Giants can be better than the Cowboys.
No, I'm not saying they can't, but Daniel Jones is going to really. This is going to be the year where he really
But they got him weapons.
If he does it this year, I think he can do it forever.
Listen, they got him weapons. They got the tight end. The tight end's the big acquisition. Now, he's had some off-field issues in the past. He's been up and down, but he's a big player, and he's going to be the difference. He's going to be the catalyst to whether this Giant offense is going to... Because remember, the Giants didn't have a great offense last year. There were a couple games. They exploded a couple times. They won the game Saquon Barkley's back.
If you look, what is he, number 2 or number 3 last year in rushing yards?
Yeah, but is that what won them the playoff game? Is that what got them into the playoffs? No, it was Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, I think, is going to have a better year. But still, I don't know if they're not a championship contender. I don't think they're contending to even win the NFC or a top seed in the playoffs. I think you got to hope for a wild card. I have them. Vegas has them at 7.5 wins.
Which position would you rather be in? And I don't as the Jets expected to do this, or the Giants is a little bit more of a let's see, like an underdog.
I think it helps the Giants that the Jets are what they are. The Giants can fly under the radar a little bit this year because it's all Jets. Okay, it's all Jets. It's big Jets. Jets have to win. I would probably rather be because I think the Giants' expectations is higher than you think it is. The fans think they can win this division or compete for this division, and I don't think they can.
There won't be as much disappointment. there won't be as much disappointment if the Giants went in, made the playoffs, and lost the playoff game.
No. You're right. But
That's the difference. Is the Giants could continue and everybody not lose their job and everybody be like respectable season. If you went in, made it in, however, snuck in, which is not that bad these years, and then made it. Whereas the Jets got to win one or two playoff games, if not win a bye.
The Jets have to win their division, they get a home playoff game, and they have to win that playoff game.
For anything, and even then, you got to win all the rest of them.
But also, can't you see the Jets? Can't you see the Jets losing a home playoff game? Right? Let's say it's against the Ravens. Right? Ravens come in. Yeah. Jets are. It's a close game. The Jets lose on a field goal at the gun. Is that really? They won the division. Is that really a bad season? But they're going to get killed
because you got to enjoy it along the way. So it's like I'm over listen, as a Jets fan, you telling me that we went and had like an amazing every week we won the game, and at the end we won the division, and then we I'll take that right now. That's good enough for me because we've never gotten that ever.
Let
me tell you,
I've never seen a Jets home playoff game.
That right there, but the problem is we're so built up that most people will say if they lost in the last second field goal that it would be a total disappointment. I would too, but at this point, I'll just take any actual happiness and not just the thought of possibly being happy. Because that's all we've ever had as Jets fans is the thought of possibly being happy.
But now, so you take what? Do they have to win the division?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'll take any route to go to the Super Bowl. But they got to get to the championship game.
If they win the Super Bowl, obviously it doesn't matter how they got there.
No, that's what I'm saying is I'm not a division or bust. It's such a hard. You could have the same number of wins and lose a division this year. If the Jets.
What if the Jets still ready? They got Buffalo. Let's say
Von Miller. Thank you.
No Von Miller. Let's say they lose to Buffalo. Yeah. They beat New England, right? Yeah. Then they play. Who do they play here? Who's that third game?
Who you got?
Oh, Denver. They should beat Denver 2-1. Then San Diego, they lose 2-2. Then Buffalo again. Let's say they lose. Let's say they're 2-3 after 5 games.
Change quarterback.
Why? They released Strevler.
Oh, I forgot my shirt. I was going to wear it today.
Strevler's looking
I'll
for
wear
work.
it for opening week.
Now let's say they're 2-3 after 5 games. Are you panicking? Let's say the offense hasn't clicked. Rodgers is.
If they I'm panicking. Yeah, the whole way through.
Because now you got 2 games against
3-2. I'm panicking.
So what do you need to be 4-1?
3-2 is not a good scenario in the NFL. That means you're 1 week away from being anywhere right in the middle of everybody.
No, I think
it's not bad, but the Jets need to win the first couple football games and show that they're a dominant football team.
They play Buffalo. They play Buffalo. Obviously, they play everybody in the division twice. So they got 1, 2, 3. In the first 5 games, they play Buffalo twice. Now you're done with Buffalo before Halloween. You're done with Buffalo.
Buffalo's not. I said this in an earlier podcast that Buffalo's not going to be the team you think they are this year.
I think everybody's underrating Buffalo. I think they're still going to.
I don't know what anybody else is saying about them. To be honest,
I really don't. People are saying the window is closed.
That's them saying that the window's there and this is going to be like a year where it's still kind of open. I don't doubt that. I just don't think they're on a trajectory of getting better like other teams are like Buffalo is here, and I think the best Buffalo team is past us.
That's what everybody's saying. That's the window's closed.
The best. They're still going to be good enough where they can win this division, but I think the Jets can get 2 wins versus Buffalo this year.
And you're not really worried about Tua, is what you told me before the show.
No, Tua. Well, Tua. When do we play the Dolphins for the first time? Any idea how many weeks are we in for the? Because if it's past week 6, we're not even going to see Tua this season.
It's week 7.
Yeah, so we don't even see Tua this season. Put market right now. The Jets don't have play with Tua versus the Dolphins as Tua as the starting quarterback.
Yeah, you see him in week 7, and
we don't.
And the Jets have an early bye. Jets have the first bye, week 3.
I hate that.
Week 4. I'm sorry, week 4.
I was like, that's way
so it's
too
the
early.
first. That's the first bye. I believe it's the first bye. The first bye, the Jets are there, right there, week 4. I like that. You get it over with.
This is the first year I'm off Sundays I've always worked Sundays, where I took a lot off, but I get to actually sit and enjoy my football Sundays at home for the first time in a very long time.
Are you so worried?
Full weekends off.
I've been saying I can see the Rogers drops back, and then just the non-contact, the knee.
No, I don't see any of that. I see none of that. I see a shiny trophy and him holding it in my dreams. At night I see him coming down the Canyon of Heroes with the Lombardi Trophy glistening. That's what I see.
What did you see for the Mets going into this year?
I didn't see it.
It was in his back pocket. It was in his back pocket.
You know when I knew it was over for the Mets is when early in the year someone hit a home run and nobody even reacted. They just stood there and nobody even came up to the dugout and was like, "Yay! Like we did a good job." Like nobody. Let me tell you, that team had no chance.
But the Mets are proof that something like the Jets can go south real fast. Even without injury.
No, the Jets are the proof. The Jets are the proof that the Jets can go south real fast.
The Jets have never been good. Have you ever seen a Jets home playoff game? I don't know. I could be wrong. I've never seen a Jets home playoff game. Is what I would say. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, it was
like 90s.
I see. What's funny is I was at the
Pennington.
game. Yeah, but I was at the game where it was almost a home playoff game. It was the last game of the year, win and go, and they went and beat the Packers like 33-0. And I was at the game to go to the playoffs and win the division, and then they went on to beat the Patriots.
See, now I think it's good that he's guaranteed you, because right now so far he's saying everything. Rogers saying all the right things. He's doing all the right things. He guaranteed you 2 years.
No, that's what I always said was I don't feel confident about the first year. You have to. It's very hard to gel as a team like that in your first year
and win the Super Bowl. But now
do anything.
He's also going to be a year older.
It might take you 4 weeks till you have anything going.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
defense is good, like so that they're going to be in everything, but
the defense is very good.
But if your offense, like if you have a bunch of 3 and out, like it might not work out. But they have a stacked running game. It's very hard for it not to work out. But like you said, you're down to one guy. Like besides for you got Zach Wilson back there ready to go. And I will give you that everything I've seen is like I really think the best part of this is Zach Wilson might have a chance. It might not be for the Jets, but he might come out of this where he can be a serviceable NFL quarterback.
Why is he going to be any different? Rodgers is going to teach him how to play quarterback?
I think he needed this from the beginning. I don't think he's the type of guy who should have been thrust into this stuff.
I don't think he's good enough.
I don't think he was even knew what he was doing. To be honest with you, I think he has a guy who's showing him what's up now, and I don't think he had any idea how to really read stuff like that.
I think he's been riding the coattails of his hot mom into the NFL, and now it finally he's like, oh, you better perform, and he can't perform because he doesn't have the talent.
Definitely getting ridden.
Now let me ask you this real quick before we go. 10 minutes left in the first half next Monday night. Jets down 10-0. They've had 1 first down. Are the boos raining down on the offense after their latest 3 and out?
10-0.
They're down 10-0. There's 10 minutes left in the first half. They've had 1 first down. Punts, 3 punts and a first down.
Yeah.
They're getting slaughtered, booed.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. So
if it's 17-0, they're throwing things on the field. You think no? Because then no, not good.
Not good at all. So, all right. So that's gonna do it for us. It was good to be back.
Yeah, it is. We're gonna do more of this.
Good to be back.
Can't wait. Football getting into the swing of things.
We got
baseball playoffs, even though we're not involved.
And U.S. Open. I'll do U.S. Open with you guys on
and
Sunday.
Some big guests coming up. Some other ones we can't even name yet.
Big guests.
But some really...
New York football legends.
No joke. True.
Yeah, for real. But we got Marty Smith coming. He's on the 22nd.
I'm telling you, awesome guy. Look him up.
I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait. Well, supposedly you said everybody knows who he is, right?
Everybody knows who Marty Smith is.
I'm excited.
You're a college football guy.
I got a whole book I got to read, Brett.
Good luck with that. I hope it's big print.
It's hardcover. I get
all right.
So anyway, so that's gonna do it for us from the Brian Gunzel Studios. We love to be here. Finally back. I'm Bob Walters. He's Brett Grasso. I'll talk to you guys Tuesday. We'll do some more football. We'll do U.S. Open. See you Tuesday, everybody. See ya.